welcome to the latest edition of Healthy Fayette County. We are an organization here in Fayette County wanting to improve the health of our community, both physically, mentally, and of course that leads into the happiness and the pride of people in the community, and helps with businesses, and we can grow our community. And so we are here in February to celebrate the fact that February is Heart Health Month. So I have here today two ladies to speak about the heart health is Missy Cavanaugh, who is the lead public health nurse here at Fayette County. And we also have Tracy Burns, who is with the Whitewater Valley Arts Association. So Missy, tell us a little about yourself, please.
Well, I'm Missy Cavanaugh, and I've been a lifelong resident here in Fayette County. And I've been a nurse for roughly about 16 years. So I've kind of been in several fields. I've worked in psych nursing. I worked in med surg, ambulatory. Did quite a bit of travel nursing, and then I just kind of came back home and decided to get into public health. So I've been down at the health department for about 3 years now.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
And what are your duties now?
Right now, we do all the immunizations for the children in town, school-age immunizations, plus we give adult flu shots, COVID shots, pneumonia, any immunization that's needed by an individual. We also do case management of the statewide communicable diseases. Anytime there is a case that is the state has got reported from, they report it to us here down at our office, and we oversee the case management of it to see if they get proper care and proper medication and what other resources they may need. We also teach a smoking cessation class to help individuals who are wanting to quit smoking. We offer nicotine patches for free. We just have them come in and we do an assessment on them, and then they come back and see us every 2 weeks to see what kind of progress they make, and hopefully that we can get them just to titrate down on the patches, and the goal is to get them to stop smoking. We also teach a vaping class out at the high school, and we also work with the Purdue Extension Office for nutrition and cooking classes and things like that. So we're trying to expand in a lot of areas that it's been a little bit neglected over the last few years, so we're really trying to boost and do a lot of outreach events and things like that.
That's a large gamut. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Hit on many things important. The vaping, I know, is such a big issue, and some people are so convinced that there's nothing wrong with it, and
oh yeah,
studies show
that
that
vaping's worse than smoking.
Yes.
Quite honestly.
Yes.
But, the recent Governor Holcomb, he's put out an initiative. It's called Health First Indiana, and it has a lot of what they call KPIs, which is key performance indicators, and they have designated areas like there's obesity, trauma, and what else? Lead poisoning, and that's like I do a lot of case management on lead poisoning in town, which we have to monitor the adolescents. Well, actually, really more infants and toddlers, and up to 7 years old, because Indiana's pretty notorious for having older homes and the lead being in that old paint and stuff like that. So there's, if you go to the indiana.gov website, you can tap into our county. Like I said, the initiative is called Health First Indiana, and you can tap into that, which you can look up our rankings, our health rankings for the state and everything, and see where we're at, and see, what areas we need to work in, and unfortunately, we need to work in a lot of areas here in this county. But,
Yes.
we're all here to provide resources, and what we don't have, we can find for you, and we're more than happy to help.
that is you're the front line for what Healthy Fayette County stands for.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So with February being Heart Health Month, what can you tell us about what we need to be doing?
Yeah, for Heart Health Month, of course, we're going to encourage that you have a healthy diet and get up and move with physical activity. And with that being said on that, you want to do some sort of what a person can endure, I guess I want to say, is strength training and some aerobic exercise, cardio type thing, even if it's just even the mildest form, it's better that you move a little bit than not move at all, which that helps, build your stamina and your strength and all that. And smoking, like I just talked about, if you don't smoke, great. We're glad to hear that. If you do smoke, it's recommended that you quit. And again, we do offer education down at the health department with the free nicotine patches, or we even have gum and lozenges if you don't want to do the patches. Manage your stress. Learn how to have coping skills. Or, some people, are able to go to a therapist, or even talking to a friend, or doing yoga or meditating. Anything that can keep that stress level down helps. And have your annual screenings, which, you want to check that blood pressure, and you want to check the cholesterol levels, and your I always say it wrong, HCGB, that A1C levels to check to see if you're diabetic. So those are like your main components that you want to check when you do your health screenings. You want to prevent any type of heart disease that you can. So that's where your healthy diet comes in. And a lot of times where you want to eat fruits and vegetables, lean meats, watch your fat intake, and especially your processed foods.
Right.
So let me see what else I got on my little notes here. With your heart disease, you have your I always say it wrong, atherosclerosis, which is like it's the hardening of the arteries, and smoking contributes to that a whole lot. That's the elasticity of your arteries. So when they start hardening up, you're not able to pump your blood through your system very well. And then you have atherosclerosis, and that's when you got the blocking, the plaque buildup and stuff. And so that restricts the blood flow through your system. And then, of course, you want to watch out for any type of heart attack or stroke, which your heart attack is, it's part of the blocking, but that's more of a complete block, and it restricts like the circulation and the oxygen that flows through your body. And then, of course, we don't want to hear about strokes, which strokes is usually the rupture of a brain vessel. And I mean, even though it's still related to the heart, with the hardening of the arteries and things like that. So it's just a key to really just stay active, and your diet, try to eat as clean diet as you can. Your diet's really a key factor that a lot of people don't really realize. I mean, it's okay to splurge some, but to really avoid any buildup in your arteries, is your diet is a key factor to heart healthy lifestyles.
So my thought of picking up fried chicken on the way home is not.
It's not
what I'm
probably
supposed to
not
do.
a good choice, but we know it's good.
Yes. In moderation, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Are there certain signs that we should look for?
For when on heart disease, if you have like any type of chest pain, like an angina, you will have discomfort and chest pain, and even some jaw pain and things like that. And again, that's an indication that you're having a restriction of blood flow and oxygen delivery. The crushing pain I just mentioned, any pain or numbness in your arm, and that can even lead up to your jaw area. A lot of people don't realize, because men and women, they'll have similar symptoms both, but some have like a couple of different ones, because a lot of times women will have more jaw pain than a man will. And just studies show that. And then also if you have pain in between your shoulders and your back, a lot of people don't recognize that. Sometimes they think that's just a muscle strain. So you want to really pay attention to those type of discomforts. If you get lightheadedness, that's and fainting spells, that's kind of indication of restriction of blood flow. Irregular heartbeats, cold sweats, nausea and vomiting without any like not being sick or anything. Just it just comes on under stress. Weakness and tiredness, and even anxiety can contribute to it. So
A lot of different
there's
things.
a lot. Yeah.
And like you said, different with other people. I know my mother, it was always in her back.
Yeah.
She never had the other, but it was the back pain.
And a lot of women complain more of jaw pain too, and you don't really
Heard
think
that.
about that. you
No,
know.
that's
So.
things we just need to pay attention to our
Yeah,
body.
pay more attention to it. Then it's better to question it and rule it out than not do anything about it. I mean, I tell anybody that if with anything health-wise, if it's at a point where it's enough to scare you, then go get it checked out. Then go get it addressed. If you can't get into your doctor, go to emergency or an urgent care. Either one. It's better to rule it out than not pay attention to it.
Right. Evidently, that's. Any other points that we need to do?
Yeah, I mean, they have some tests, you know, if it happens to develop into where, you know, your doctor's concerned and stuff, they'll do some testing, like they can do like electrocardiograms, which that measures like the electricity activity in your heart, like how it conducts and stuff. And then they also have just a chest X-ray, which they'll check to see if there's enlarged heart or something like that. And then they do an echocardiogram, which that measures like the production of the conduction of how they go around in your blood circulates around in the chambers and stuff. So those are like the three main ones, and of course there's more extensive ones. You know, if there's more concern on that, and then they can do stress tests, where some stress tests that they'll put you on a treadmill and test your agility, and then if you're not able to do that, they can do it chemically wise. So those are the ones that are mainly that they start with to decide whether or not they need to take it further on and any more treatment.
They don't just jump into a heart cath.
No. They go through, usually the stress tests will indicate, and then plus you have blood tests also that will give you indicators. They have some cardiac markers, and there's several different cardiac blood tests that they would do and stuff. But yeah, if there's any concern, that's usually what they start with, is, you know, process of elimination and see where it takes them to.
So talk to your doctor, and when they ask questions, answer them honestly.
Truthfully, that's the most important. Yeah.
I know they always talk about women as like, yes, I'm sick and I really feel bad, but I've got to go get the beds made and I've got to get the laundry caught up before I call the doctor.
Right, yeah, they're more preoccupied with what they think is more important priorities than what is going on with their health. So they worry more about getting tasks done than taking care of it, because they're no good. They're no good to anybody, not even themselves, if they don't take care of yourself.
Right.
You know?
Right. That's a hard lesson for many women, but you know, the family needs you, and you need to be there.
Yeah, you're no good to them or yourself whenever you're not taking care of yourself.
No, that's true.
So
So when Mom says eat your vegetables and fruit,
eat them.
and start early.
Yeah.
I know my granddaughters used to come home from school, and they'd make fruit salad. I was like, man, that is so awesome. I wish that I did that, and I still don't do that.
Yeah.
And so that's learn from the grandchildren. Right? Yeah. No. And I know there've been a lot talk lately about processed foods.
Yes.
And how that if it's something that you cannot make yourself at home easily, then there's a process in it that's doing things to the food that you don't need in your body.
I mean, even buying frozen food is better than a process, because I know that I've leaned more towards buying like frozen vegetables and stuff. You know, because if I would buy fresh vegetables, I seem like that I didn't get them cooked in time. You know, and then money down the drain, and then But anymore that I bought like a lot more frozen broccoli, Brussels sprouts, green beans. At least I know they'll keep, and they're better processed, where they're not saturated in sodium for the preservatives and things like that.
Yeah, a lot of the canned has a lot of sodium, where the frozen, it's just peas.
Right.
That's all it is.
And again, you're back to the sodium, where if you get too much sodium, that interrupts the conduction of your heart and things like that.
Well, not only sodium plus MSG.
Yes, exactly.
And things like that.
Exactly.
MSG is a really bad thing. I had health issues for years, and then it's been 6 or 7 years. I haven't had MSG. I feel much better. And when I have something outside of home,
you can tell.
I can tell.
Yeah, you can tell. Especially whenever you get yourself straightened out and you feel so much better. It's like, wow. And then, like you said, then when you get it back in your system, it's like, oh,
Yeah. it's
you know,
terrible.
I know that that's what happens when it gets in my system.
And is that listed on the ingredients
It's-
on
yeah.
things you buy? Of course, not
Yeah.
in a restaurant.
Right.
but,
Yeah, it's monosodium.
Monosodium glutamate.
glutamate,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. So it's like if that's in there, it's in a lot of rice dishes and that you can get boxed. It's in a lot of meat.
Oh.
Yeah, so you gotta be careful when you look at your meats and things too. If it's not fresh from the, like Pavies or someplace where they cut it themselves or things like that. But if it's packaged, it's always got some of it in there.
Yeah.
So, because even meat has a label on it if there's something other than that meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like
All
say
the
you're back
names.
to your diet, your healthy
Right.
diet, the cleaner your diet is, the better, the better health you're going to be in.
So we need to take time and take our reading glasses when we go to the grocery
Yes.
store.
Yeah.
And sometimes sugar is really high too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
So.
yes, the difference of sugar. It's, yes. Yeah. What other hints do you have for us? Anything else you can think of that we need to?
I mean, if anybody's at a loss and don't really know how to approach things, they're more than welcome to come down to the health department, and we'll do what we can to guide you. And you can always reach out to your gyms, your local gyms here in town. I know Sarah Grubbs. She teaches a yoga class here in town. The newer gym that we have over here, the Enjoy Fitness, they teach several different exercise classes and stuff. So, if lifting weight's not your thing, you got other activities that you can indulge in. And not sure, but I think, do we have the walking club in town, or it's trying to develop
we're
maybe?
trying to work on it, and one of the things that Tracy will be talking about are our art strolls that we do
Yeah.
from April through October is getting people to get out and walk through town, walk to the art association, walk over to the museum, walk over to the train station.
Right.
There's a lot of things. We're working on getting a walking tour for the murals.
Right,
Because there are
right.
so many fascinating murals
yeah.
here in
Yeah.
town.
Then you got your parks department,
yes.
that
Yes.
they have a few things, and plus you can walk up there and
And they're working on improving it too.
right,
Right.
yeah. They
So-
with is it the new Lilly Endowment
Yes.
grant? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So they're working on, a lot more trails there within the park. So
Yeah.
of course it's safe, and then we're working on other walking trips down
And there's a
through
lot
town.
more walkers than people think here in town. I mean, my husband walks, and he walks all over town. And I see a lot of people walking, and I think, nobody realizes how.
Right.
I mean, it really is kind of a big thing here in Connersville. And
There's a hiking group too, I think, that has a Facebook page now.
yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of people go down to the Quakertown, I think it's Quakertown, but down by Brookville Reservoir, they have hiking trails down there.
Okay.
And they have like a 4-mile one that my husband goes down, and I always say my husband, I guess I should be doing it too. But he goes down there quite often whenever he can, when the weather's permitting and stuff. And so, we have the resources around here. It's just people, it's the community that needs to get involved. You're the only one that can get it going, and as hard as it is sometimes, just to reach out there for that support, and there's going to be somebody out there that will help you. I mean,
Get a buddy.
Yeah.
And walking, you're out in nature and hearing the birds and being among the trees and the fresh air. It helps your lungs. It helps
stress.
you mentally.
Help with your
Yes,
stress.
helps with your
Yeah.
stress. Now, your office, where is it located?
We're at 401 Central Avenue, which is the courthouse, and we are on the very lower level. So if you go to the back side of the courthouse, you'll see our entrance down. It's kind of like
Okay.
take the ramp down to it.
And what are your hours?
We are open from 8:30 to 4, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And then on Wednesday, we stay open until 5 o'clock. So
Okay.
we have extended hours. But if some people can't make it at that time, we're very flexible. Somebody can stay behind and serve them whatever they need to serve and stuff like that. So we're very flexible down there. And like I said, anything that anybody has questions on, or just need some education, or just need guidance, or just even somebody to talk to, we're there.
That's
We have on our staff, we have myself, and then we have Kelly Fagan. She's the other public health nurse. We have 2 retired nurses, Gail Markham and Sue Ann Flum. Our office clerical is Barbara Tipton is our office manager. Becky Gibson, she's our clerk down there. We have a part-time clerk. Her name's Rachel Tincher. Matt, he's going to kill me. Matt Shirk, he's our administrator.
That always happens.
And then we have Bruce Price, which he's our environmentalist and stuff.
Okay.
So we're a good team, and we're pretty tight. So that's my home from away from home, family, work family. We're very supportive of each other, and we have great teamwork down there.
Sounds like it, and you have the health of Fayette County is your mission is to improve that,
Yeah.
to get us out of
Get
the
our rankings
92.
up, yeah.
We want to be up, and I know we just
Even if we move one spot, I would be happy.
Yes.
That shows people are listening and
Right.
participating,
and someone's life is improved.
exactly.
That's true,
Yeah.
because we had a workshop last week here, trying to get more people involved in our community and trying to get ideas of what do we need to be and what's stopping us and how are we going to get around
Right.
it, because we
And
we need to.
And I think our community offers a lot. I mean, and what we need is for people to embrace it. We need
Yes.
people to come and ask us and
Right.
and ask when they can get that service or ask when they can get that help, and they're never going to know until they ask and reach out. We just need the community to reach out to you guys and us and whatever other
Right.
health initiative that we have here in the county.
There are so many agencies that do different things, and they all seem to know about each other. So when
Yeah.
they ask you about something, no, I don't do that, but I
Right.
know who does, and this is how you get a hold of them.
Exactly.
So that's
exactly.
good. And one of the things we know that's good for mental health, as well as our physical, I think, is working in the arts. And so Tracy, tell us what's happening with the Whitewater Valley Arts Association.
Well, coming up real soon on February 6th, I think it's a Thursday, from 6 to 8, we're having a game night open to the public. So there's another way to
Nice.
stress relief and socialize. So
Works your cognitive skills.
that's right.
Yeah.
So we're having people are going to donate some different games that we can have, or they can bring your own, bring a snack to share, and we might have some music playing or something, and I think we're going to have set up in the gallery and the workroom both, so there's
Okay.
plenty of room for
Nice.
games. So then we have some workshops that are coming up, and we have a stained glass workshop that's February 10th. That's a Monday from 10 to 2, and I think we have 3 openings for that one yet. It's around $25 for that. Traditional rug cooking, I'll be teaching that class, and that'll be 3 Mondays in a row. So it'll be the January 27th, the 3rd, and the 10th. It can be from 10 to 2 or from 6 to 8. I can have 2 classes that day. I'll actually extend that if we need to, a few days. So check out the Facebook page and or at the gallery, and that way you can learn how to sign up for the places or different classes we have. And we have other workshops that are coming up. We're just waiting for dates. We've got colored pencil drawing, macrame, oil painting, introduction to crochet, introduction to sewing, introduction to digital photography, card making, print making, and a lot more. And if anybody has an idea of a class that they want to take, let us know. We'll try and get that set up with the instructor and get the prices and everything worked out. We also have an art opening in February 14th, which is the elementary regional art competition. So we have 39 elementary schools that we've reached out to. In the past, we've had at least 9 or 10 show. So they get prizes for 3 prizes per grade usually, and they get a ribbon and some art supplies to take home. So, and then IPA, which is right next door, Imagine Performing Arts. We're both taking memberships. If you want to sign up, you just contact us. And they also are getting ready for plays at IPA. Barbecuing Hamlet's going to be a comedy starting February 14th, and that's got 6 shows. Then there's going to be another one, the original production of Esther, for Such a Time as This, written by and directed by Dennis Phelps. And that's on March 13th. They're also taking auditions for anyone that would like to audition for Anne of Green Gables. And those will be on March 8th and 9th. And they are looking for multiple ages in this cast because it could be a dual cast. So they're going to be using child actors, and they're going to be college kids, and adults. So we're looking for different ones for that. And IPA also has openings in the band and choir. So if anybody wants to participate in that, they're always looking for new members. So a lot of stuff going on in the corner of 4th and Central.
That's a lot, yes.
It's a hot area.
And you have just had the woodworkers, or the wood carvers in
Right.
January, and now that this year, or February, you say it is the
Elementary.
39 schools
Have been
invited.
Uh-huh. So
For their
and
children.
and then February, that's February. Then March we'll have the high school competition of
Okay.
19 high schools that have been invited. So
Wonderful.
So we're trying to get all ages we can in the arts. And then we'll start with some other, then April, we've got a list of categories. I just need to get them probably on the website and eventually on the Facebook page of what's coming up next, because 2025 is completely full on art exhibits.
Nice.
Isn't that
Nice. That's
wonderful?
great.
And there's so much talent in Fayette County. It's just
Really?
it's amazing when you see what they can do, from anything from felting to, sewing, to the wood carvers, to the quilters,
Painters.
the painters,
Painters
of course
are
the
extraordinary around
the
here.
hookers, the rug hookers.
As a weaver,
It's just
yeah.
it's really unbelievable, the talent here in Fayette County. And so if you haven't visited the Art Association lately, and yes, it is just on the corner of 4th and Central Avenue, and it's amazing the number of people that say, "Oh, I've never been there. I didn't know we had one." And it's like, you don't know what you're missing. And of course, it's free to go in
Yes, it is.
and visit the displays that they have every month, and then of course encourage you for membership, and it's very reasonable for people, individuals or families, and same with IPA.
Yeah.
And
I think our memberships are $25. So
yes, for a person,
for an
yes.
individual, for our families, it's 35. For student, it's 10. So,
And-
and we have lifetime memberships. And IPAs, I think, runs around 25. I'm not sure what their families are or anything, but I know my membership for there was 25 as well.
Okay.
So,
What are the hours at the Whitewater Valley Art?
Arts Association. On Mondays it's 1 to 5. Tuesdays 9 to 12. That's with the quilters. Mondays 6 to 8 is with the wood carvers. Wednesdays is 1 to 5. No, 2 to 6, and that's wood carvers also. Then Thursdays is 11 to 5. Friday 11 to 5. Saturday 10 to 2.
Okay.
So we have different opportunities. We have a pen and ink drawing group on Tuesday nights also from 6 to 8. So we're getting different groups coming in and wanting to do different things. So if you don't want to paint, you don't have to. You can do something different. You can join the wood carvers. You can join the quilters in the morning on Tuesday mornings. You can do painting in the afternoon, just different things. So
a lot going on, so check the website or the website or the Facebook page
Yeah.
to get the hours and what's going on. And of course, that also posts all of the monthly the displays that change monthly.
yeah, we're trying to get that all taken care of ahead
Right.
of time.
Right.
And some of our artists too, we're bringing artists in from outside of Fayette County. We've got a lot of Wayne County people, and we've had some people from Rushville and things like that. And also, our artists are moving from county to county now. So I'm part of a 3-woman show that's a fiber arts, what's weaving, rug hooking, and the quilting. And we had 4 different shows in the last couple of years. Now we have going to Oxford, Ohio. We have a photographers going all over too. So
Nice. Nice.
so we're getting a lot of different things.
That's wonderful. As you can see, there is so much going on in Fayette County. We want you to stay healthy. We're wearing red and pink to celebrate Heart Health Month. We want you to watch your diet, get some exercise, and then join us in the months of April through October as we stroll down Central Avenue. We have themes each month for that, and we will be posting that also on Healthy Fayette County's website or Facebook page, and we look forward to it. And so this is Trish Hapa, Tracy Burns, and Missy Cavanaugh saying thank you so much for being with us.